The Scarlet Knights ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Goes out of bounds at the 44, but sets his team up with a terrific return. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
To the air, it's Brady. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Thomas. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The sure hands, it's Marsh. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
He'll bring it out. It's Riley. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. Got a little grass. 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 Got a little
exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed, and that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different, and now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Looking for a man, it's Brady. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for it all. He's got it way down the field. Here he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man all by himself. It's a running room. Running inside the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Brady. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. First play of the period, first down here. Here we go. Ready. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try it over the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here's a heat. Across the 25. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Cobb. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside. It's Thomas. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Brady. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Duff. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. to throw. He's working against the clock. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Looking downfield on first down. Might be looking to run. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to throw, it's Brady. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Makes the grab. It's Dixon. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
When you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Grab near the marker. It's Newsome. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Working the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Wide receiver going in motion.
180, raise guard. 180, raise guard. But hard.
Back to pass on second down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Back to pass, it's Brady. On the run, still looking. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a... Whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Gets the back moving. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Thomas. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.